I'm anxious over my anxiety video. So this is probably gonna be a really long video, so grab some tea for your anxiety because we're gonna get into it today a little bit. So this month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I just thought I would talk about this. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. I never knew like what the right time was, and then I saw Billie Eilish had posted something about this month, and I thought, all right, I'm just gonna wake up tomorrow and do a video and get it off my mind because I just have a lot going on in my mind. If you have been following me for a while, you saw that I posted a very crying video of myself talking about social media and just the demons behind it and like how it affects me, and it still really affects me to this day. It's something that I haven't, you know, found a good routine in, and I struggle with it all the time. If you haven't seen that video, you can go take a look. I honestly have to watch it sometimes to give myself like a reality check on using my phone. So I'm glad I filmed it. I don't love filming these raw videos just because they're vulnerable and whatever. You know what I mean. It's not like the first thing I want to do is talk to a camera and discuss how I feel inside. But I think it's really important that we open up these conversations and these stories, and I don't know why, but for some reason people are going to be like, why does she feel the need to put this on YouTube and make a video about it? And honestly, these are helpful. Like, I watch a lot of these videos to help myself. I've suffered from binge eating disorder, and I've watched people's YouTube videos to make myself better and to, you know, learn why I am the way I am, and it's helped immensely. And if I could help just one person relate to me, it would just be awesome and mean the world. I don't even need to know that I've helped that person. It's just, as long as I have helped someone, that is great. This is not for attention. This is not for you to be like, oh, poor Kaylee, she's going through something. Like, no, I am a very happy person. I'm so lucky. I am blessed times 1,000. I have a lot of good in my life. It's just, that doesn't mean I don't go through things as well. So I just wanted to explain to you my anxieties and I don't know, just what's on my mind. So to start off, I just want to express that I feel like anxiety is a spectrum. You could be on the low end of the spectrum where you're just anxious because you're gonna go on a date, or you're so anxious, excited to see a movie, and then you get a little further up the spectrum and it's like, I'm so anxious because I'm about to take a test. Like, these anxious feelings are considered, I guess, normal. I don't think any kind of anxiety is necessarily normal, but those are just like the lower end of the spectrum. And then there's like that debilitating anxiety at the end of the spectrum where, you know, it really affects your breathing. You can't go and do things, and it's very debilitating. And I've seen people who have it. It's just awful. It's so awful. And I know that I'm not on that end of the spectrum by any means. I don't really know where my anxiety lies, but I just know that it's not towards the low end of the spectrum sometimes, because it can really affect me, and it's very hard to come out of that mindset. And for me in particular, my anxiety comes from, I think, 2 major things in my life, and I'll discuss the first major one. Well, actually, let's leave that because that's probably going to make me talk a little bit. But the first one, I would say, is I'm really in my head all the time. Like, I have so much insomnia lately, and it's not because I'm planning this wedding. Like, I don't know, just these last couple of years, I just can't get to sleep because the moment my head hits that pillow, my brain's just rushing with thoughts and creativity, and that's wonderful and great, but it's preventing me from sleeping, and it's very stressful because I wake up and I'm exhausted and I don't know what to do about it. I've tried Headspace, I've tried everything. I tried to turn my phone off, but then again, I also am slightly addicted to my phone, so then I grab my phone to see if maybe being on my phone will make me sleep, just to get thoughts out, and I start writing things down. But that's just like a minor thing that I have, and I'm also so concerned about my future all the time that it prevents me from living in the present. And I really have to check myself when it comes to living in the present, because I'm so nervous. Like, I don't know what I want to be, to be honest. Like, I have no idea what I would want my career to be. Right now I have an awesome job and I love my job, but who knows how long, for anyone, you never know how long you're gonna have a job, and you need a backup plan to, you know, further your development in your career. And I have absolutely no idea what I want to be. I know that I love being creative, I love working with people, but it scares me that I have no idea what that title would mean. And for many people, they just know they want to be a doctor, or they want to be a hairdresser, or, you know, they just like have a passion. And I feel like I have so many passions for different things, and I don't know how to make that into, you know, a lasting career. I don't want to worry about it right now, but like I said, I think so far ahead in the future that it just boggles my mind all the time. And then I moved away from my whole entire family in Maryland to move here, and I absolutely love California. And this is another really big struggle of mine, is that California is obviously so far away from my whole entire family. I'm such a family person, and it kills me that like I miss out on these big events. And but I love being in California. Like, I absolutely love the state. There's always something to do. It's just so beautiful here. I like kind of living my own independent life in a sense, but it freaks me out, like, when I have children, what the heck I'm gonna do, because I can't imagine not raising my kids near my family, but I also don't want to give up a place that I really love. So I don't know, I'm not having kids anytime soon, so these are all just questions and thoughts again for the future, but it's just stuff that really weighs on me. And like Ryan always says to me, just get out of your head, like, be here, you're in California, you're living your life, you get to go home a lot, like, your life's good. And I get that, but it's just, I hate the unknown. I hate the unknown, and it really freaks me out. And I think the unknown is a great segue into my really big anxiety, and that's the anxiety of death. Me dying myself and then just losing people and not knowing what happens after death. And I think maybe me not having my strength and faith in God lately. I don't know why. Like, I don't know, I grew up believing in God and celebrating Jesus and going to church, and you know, I've had that instilled in me. My family is very religious in a great way, but I don't know, just lately I've been losing that, like, I don't even know the word for it, I guess just faith in like something, it will be okay afterwards. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always had this fear right before I go to bed. Oh, my chest is so tight. This sucks talking about, but it feels good. It feels good to get it off your chest. I don't really know if many people know this. I mean, probably like my mom and dad do, and my fiance knows this, because I don't know if I've woken him up many times, but I know I've woken up my parents many times, because right before I go to bed, I get this mindset, and as the moment my head hits the pillow, I don't know what happens, but I get triggered, and my mind goes to space, and then it's looking down on Earth, and it's thinking like, when you're, I know this sounds so weird to you guys, and you probably can't relate, but maybe some of you can. It looks down on Earth, and it's like, when you're gone, when you die, like, you're gone forever, like for trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of years. I hope I'm not triggering anybody if you have anxiety, but I'm just trying to like get it out and try to figure out like solutions on how to make it better. If you guys have any, please let me know. But yeah, it's just like the concept of that is just so scary to me. And I know everyone's like, well, if you believe in God, then you go to heaven. It's like, but how do you know? Like, I mean, I believe that God does amazing things and that there's miracles that happen and all of that. It's just this concept of death that I just don't have secure faith in, and it drives me nuts. Like, I want to be like everyone else where they're like, oh, I'm not afraid of death. Like, it's in God's hands. Like, everything's good. I'm like, I want to be that, but I don't know how, and I'm trying so hard to figure out a way to wrap my mind around that concept. And then another part of that is not just like me dying myself, but it's just losing other people. And it scares me so much to think that one day I'm not gonna have the people that I love around me, and like life is going to be completely different because those people aren't in my life. Like my parents, like it breaks my heart thinking, because they're my best friends, and I'm so grateful to still have them, because I know, you know, some of my friends don't have some of their parents. But like I said, I'm in my head a lot, and I think about the future and what that's gonna be like, and it's scary. It's just scary. Gosh, I could start a drinking game for every time I said scary. But and the reason why I'm talking about these fears is because I know it's not like towards the end of that really debilitating spectrum, but the reason why I think it's super unhealthy for me is because it affects my behavior. I need to just give myself a moment. Okay, so what I was saying is that it affects my behavior in the sense, like, how do I describe this? So when I'm around people that I really, really care about, my mind always goes to like, this could be the last time that you're with this person. You never know what's gonna happen. And I literally like take a photographic memory of where I'm at, what I'm smelling, what they look like. I'll hold their hand and like really feel their hand and just try so hard to just capture that moment. And it's with everyone all the time. It's not like someone's on their deathbed and I'm doing that. It's like every single day with Ryan, with my parents, with my aunts, my cousins, just everyone that I care about. I really like, it's not healthy to think like that every time you're with someone. And I think that's why I like to videotape things so much, because I'm so afraid that in the future, when something does happen, I won't remember these like amazing memories, and I want to, and I don't want to forget, because I know that life then will change. But if I have these videos, I can look back and relive them. I don't think my family knows that about me, that literally every time I'm with them, I imagine that something's gonna happen to them, so I need to really like capsulize a moment in my mind and videotape or do whatever. But it sucks because it's an unhealthy mindset to be in all the time, and I try really hard to work on it. I try not to think that, you know, for the holidays when I go home, that this might be my grandma's last Christmas, and she's not sick or anything. I just, you know, I get scared. And my other grandma, she lives so far away and I live here, and I don't get to spend quality time with these people as much as I used to, and it freaks me out. But also I'm trying to live my own life and pursue my own passions and all those experiences. So I don't know, it's just really, it's just a lot sometimes when you're in your own head. I get it. It's not as big as what other people are experiencing, but it's what I'm experiencing. Oh, and I think that's so important to talk about, because there are so many people out there who don't have major things going on, but they still have things going on, and it's okay to recognize them and talk about them, and your feelings are valid and your experiences are valid. And sometimes you just have to cry and let it out and talk about it and relate to other people to feel better. And I know that by watching other people's videos, it really helped me so much. Like, I can't explain to you how much that has helped me. When the holidays come, they're my most favorite time of the whole entire year. But that's because of the people that I celebrate it with. And it really scares me to think that like one day those people aren't going to be there anymore, and that it's going to shift how I feel about something that I love so much. And I mean, you never know how much time you're going to have with anyone in your life, and I get so scared and it freaks me out. And I just every year I'm like, let's make this best Christmas, let's make this the best Halloween. Like, I try so hard because in my mind, it's not like, let's just make it the best because it's just another year and another Christmas. It's because in my mind, I'm going, this could be my last Christmas with someone. This could be my last Halloween. I want them to remember this as one of their best, and I want myself to look back and be like, I did everything I could to make that holiday the best that it could be. And it's coming out of an unhealthy spot in my mind because it's a lot of pressure to have things to be perfect all the time. Sometimes things just can't be perfect all the time, and when they're not and then they become perfect, it's even better. But I just can't get my mind to the point of just calming down and just letting things be and knowing that it's gonna be okay. You can't control, even if something does happen to someone, you can't control that, and it's something I have to work on. So yeah, I feel like this month is so important, and it's finally being recognized, and there's awareness about mental health, and it's so important. It's not just about your physical health. If anything, your mental health decides everything in your body, and if you don't have your mental health, you got problems. Literally, you got problems that you have to work on because it affects everything else in life. And anxiety is not just one mental health disorder. There's depression, you know, there's schizophrenia, there's all these different kinds of things that we need to become aware of and have more understanding and love and compassion for these people, because no one chooses to have this. No one's like, oh yeah, I want an anxiety disorder, I want to be depressed. Like, no one wants this. But unfortunately, it's something that people can't control, and you have to do your own research and learn and try to have understanding for these people, because it's not easy. It's not an easy road. It's not easy to get out of. It's not a flip of a switch, which I've learned doing my own research. I used to think that, you know, it was just, oh, you just choose to feel sad today. Like, you can make yourself happy. Actually, it's a chemical imbalance that's making this person feel really sad, and it's very hard for them to see the good. And if I didn't research these things, I wouldn't know, and I passed judgment in the past all the time. And so I just want this video to be a reminder not to pass judgments on people, because judgments are just evil. There's nothing good about passing a judgment. You can have, you know, an opinion about something, a kind opinion, and express that and try to help, but don't be judgmental. If you are judgmental, keep it in your head, which isn't healthy either, but just don't judge people, because you never know what someone is going through. That's what's going on in my mind all the time. And I don't know, I need some kind of help. I either need to go to therapy about it, I need to watch some more videos about it. I've never really Googled about this particular problem, my binge eating disorder that I had. I guess you still have it, you still live with it, but yeah, I just don't think it's healthy, and it affects how I live day to day, and it's not cool. And it's carried on throughout I've been a little kid. Every time my head hits the pillow, I literally, my head goes to that space looking down at earth, and I have to like really snap myself out of it. And I think that's why I grab my phone so much, because I get so scared, because I start having a panic attack. Like, literally, I can't breathe, and I like wake up, I'm like, oh, I don't wake up, I'm awake, and I'm just like, I cannot breathe. Like, I'm so freaking scared of the unknown. Like, it just freaks me out. But anyways, I just hope that this video helps somebody, and like I said, just try to be more understanding and compassionate with people who suffer from mental health disease, because it's real. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching this video. I am gonna go enjoy an amazing Memorial Day weekend. I'm so lucky to be breathing, to be alive, to be where I'm at in my life. I'm so blessed, and I count my blessings every single day, but sometimes you just need to talk about things. So I did, and I recorded it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in a happier video after this.